Hello, this is Lauren. Today I'm going to do a video about starting a bullet journal. I've started my grey Leuchtturm and already I've made quite a few mistakes in it. I've wasted about 4 pages now. Each page I just wasn't happy with, so I just thought it might be useful for anyone who's starting a bullet journal. I can kind of share a few mistakes I made and just maybe go over a few do's and don'ts. So yeah, I'll switch to the bird's eye view now so I can just talk you through the pages and show you what I've done. So yeah, I hope it helps. Okay, so now we're at the bird's eye view. I can just show you where I'm up to in my bullet journal. So I just go straight into the address. I haven't done my index yet, so I think I'll probably get around to that when I've got a little bit more in, and I actually need to locate pages at the moment. There's not really, tons of stuff in there, and these 2 little page tab things are really helpful, so it's fine for now. So I'll go to my very first page, which is my first mistake. So the very first thing was, it was clear that I was just trying too hard. I spent ages penciling out, trying to get perfect letters, and I ended up messing them up. I was trying to get all these perfect lines with the ruler and things, and it just wasn't working, and I started to think, like, this is ridiculous, this is just more hassle than it's worth. So I just thought, like, that it isn't making life easier at the moment. It's just, I'm trying too hard, I'm trying to make it just look pristine and perfect, and that's not what it's about. So yeah, so I just thought, like, I need to just chill out a bit, because I'm just trying to make it too perfect and it's not working. Also, I think I was using the wrong pens. Now this pen I use all the time everywhere else, but in the bullet journal, because these pages are a little bit thinner, it does kind of, you can see kind of like how clear that is through that page, and it was kind of bleeding a little bit around the edge. So straight away, this pen is fine, but I was really pushing down hard on these letters, so it started to bleed. And I'll just show you up close. You can kind of see how dodgy those letters are. They're just really, sorry, my camera isn't focusing. Yeah, so you can just see how kind of, out of line they are, and it just looks really dodgy. So yeah, so I thought, right, I'll stick to biros. So sticking to these little paper mate pens. I kept calling them something else in the other video, but they're called paper mates. I don't know what I called them in the last one, but it was wrong. Yeah, so I stuck to biros and not pushing down too hard. That's really key, I think. So you won't get so much of a bleed on the other pages, and it won't be so see-through. I started this calendar, I think this was like halfway through August I started, so I thought, I'll just try and get those remaining days in, and I ended up messing it up. I wanted to write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and for some reason just done 4 columns instead of 7. I had extra space down the side, so that was another thing that kind of added to it not really working. So I'll show you. So the next page I thought, I'll try again, and also I kind of thought, am I going to have to leave a sheet of paper on every single spread because it's just showing through too much? I can see what I've done on the previous page, and yeah, so I just thought, again, that's really wasteful and ridiculous. So the next page I gave it another go, and at first it started to work, and again I think I was still trying a bit too hard with the type. I see all these like really lovely, this lovely like kind of calligraphy that people do in their bullet journals, and they just look really nice. So I tried to do that, and again it was me kind of penciling this in, rubbing it out, penciling in more, rubbing it out, just to get this really simple bit of text took ages. So again, it is just completely defeats the object of what a bullet journal is about, and I was just still trying far too hard with it. So yeah, so that wasn't great as well. Also, I mean, this is with a biro and it's not pushed down too hard, so it does work a lot better, and it's very faint, but you can't see it so much behind on the next page. So this calendar was working a lot better, and then I messed up because I done 2 23s, so I messed that one up, and also I thought about putting in week 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's not really that useful because, you know, I know what week it is. I also thought that these, you know, week 1, 2, 3, they also take up a bit of room as well, so I could use them elsewhere. So yeah, I wasn't really happy with this page either. I think it was coming back to the main thing that I was just trying too hard with it, and yeah, so I wanted to just kind of be a bit more chilled out with it. So I thought, right, third time lucky, I'll try it one more time. So I thought I'd just leave that page. So this is the current layout that I did and finally liked it. I'll start with the calendar first. So those 3 spaces there that I was using up, I thought what I'll do is I'm more likely to be doing stuff on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, so I'll do an extra space on each one of those. So those 3 boxes there are a little bit bigger than the midweek ones. So yeah, so that's already working a bit better. The only thing I think I'll change on this calendar for the September one is these kind of spaces here that, you know, I've just kind of blocked out. I think what I'll do is, instead of drawing a line down, I'll just have that as one calendar. So, sorry, not one calendar, one space. So if any kind of, I need to write any notes or anything in there, then I can. So I think that'd work a lot better. I've also got some sticky notes and just kind of cut them up, and then they can turn into kind of little movable bits. So if there's anything I want to kind of plan to do, but I might not get around to doing it, I can just move it, because for me this isn't about planning things and, you know, absolutely making sure I stick to them and kind of, you know, becoming a bit of a prisoner to it. It's just about making things a bit easier and more organised, really. Yeah, so it's not about, you know, trying to give myself 101 things to do and just making life a little bit more stressful. It's just about making it easier. So anywhere I can do that, I think that's cool. So again, with the typeface, I just went and drew it. I just didn't bother about making it fancy or anything. I thought, right, just keep it simple and just do it. So, sound like a Nike advert then. So yeah, I've just got, you know, to do this. The actual kind of layout for each little banner. I've gone for this kind of style because right now it's quite easy and it's simple to do. So I've just kind of kept that in the remaining pages. I might change it though, just to try a few other things, because it'll probably just get a bit boring after a while. So it'll be nice to be a bit more creative with it. And, you know, when I do have the time to maybe make a bit more of an interesting banner, that'd be cool. So that page, yeah, so this page is working a lot more better for me. Yeah, the calendar's much better. I was really light with the pen, and I kind of thought like that, you know, seeing the kind of pages that are next, seeing all the text, you know, underneath all of this, I thought that'd be a bit annoying, but I actually, you know, really got used to it, and I don't know, I don't mind it. So yeah, don't worry about seeing the text underneath the pages. They are thin pages, but it's fine. Like I say, as long as you don't really dig the pen into the pages, you'll be fine. So yeah, next page, this is where it just starts getting into things I actually need. So for my little blog, I've just got a little kind of 2-column page here, so I can just write down any ideas for it. Meal ideas, when I'm kind of maybe a bit more stuck on what to do, I thought I could just make a page and just come here and check out some meals, and easy meals really. So anything easy and healthy I like, so this is where I can just come and pick out a meal and just think, yep, I'll do that. So oh yeah, so this page is a little bit more personal, but oh well. So yeah, just budget. This is just mainly what I spend every, the kind of the main things I spend every month. I still haven't completed it in some places. So yeah, I'm not gonna, you know, budget every single little thing I spend every single day, because for me that's just a bit too much and I could do without it. And, you know, I'm not terrible with money. But I don't need to be known, you know, what I spend every single second, so that's fine. And period tracker is pretty, explains itself. So these are just some boring pages on just little projects. Again, they're not finished yet, so I'll just skip past them. and I've got some dailies. I don't plan and organise things every single day, I just do it when I need it. And again, if I can take up multiple pages on one spread, then that's great, because I'm not wasting pages. And then, so like I say, I've just stuck to this kind of banner for now and use pencils, but I think I probably will start trying something else soon. And then I think this was, yeah, so it was just on a lazy Sunday, I just kind of sat on the sofa and drew that random pattern paisley thing. So yeah, when there is a bit more extra time, I suppose you can be a bit more decorative with it. And you know, there's nothing wrong at all with making these, like, you know, you see these amazing spreads. But for most days, for me, it's about kind of, I think, being a bit more practical and not making more work for myself, really, just keeping it simple. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm up to at the moment. So yeah, I'll be doing my September spread and probably doing a few little adjustments, mainly to the calendar and stuff. But really, from starting this bullet journal, I think kind of the main do's and don'ts I've learned is, you know, just don't be a perfectionist with it. You know, you have to really kind of do what works for you and think about what you need to plan, you know. So you can see all these different ideas of what to plan and organise, but whether you actually need those things, you know, is a whole different topic. So, you know, like blog posts and meal ideas for me is great, but I don't need to plan and organise every single aspect of my life, which I think some bullet journals can turn into that. From what I've seen, they can also become a bit of a prisoner to them. Yeah, so I don't want to be stuck in it, I just want it to help me. So yeah, so, you know, do what works for you and do what you actually need. You know, what do you need to plan? You know, everyone has a completely different life, so there's going to be different things to be done and organised, and that's what's so great about them. You know, they work for everyone. Yeah, so you don't have to add in what everyone else is planning or what everyone else is doing, because that could create just more stress. And you know, the point of these is to make your life a bit easier and a bit more organised. Yeah, so I think that's it for now. I'll probably be doing another one on my September spread. And again, these boxes and stuff will probably change. So, I mean, I've only wasted, yeah, well, quite a few pages, but it's nice that I can kind of just learn from that now and then take it to the next spread. So, yeah, I hope this has been helpful, and thank you very much for watching. Thanks, bye.